Well, January's about to end here in Ray County, and we're selling a little bit of lettuce that we did have produced since we sold it last time, just to give us a little bit more cash. There's $6,600. We're also working on mulching the new field by the new property. The field in front of us needs mulched as well before we do planting to make sure we get our yield bonus as good as possible. And I can't remember if it's time to lime everything. So we are just going to put lime on the new field. Field 16. And then I believe the only other thing that we have to do to prep is that other mulching. So between now and March, we want to get all the prep done. So the second March hits, we can get a decent amount of sunflowers in these fields. We have 5 fields total, and I think I want to do sunflower in the field to our left. Well, what did we do last time? Let's see if it tells us what was over here. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't say after you mulch, huh? Crop type is gone, but I do see sunflowers were here, so I see a little bit. Was this corn? Corn was 6. It was canola. Okay, so yeah, we'll do sunflowers in 18 and canola in the fall in a couple fields. And then we'll do sunflowers in 2 of them, I think. Yeah, I think we'll do sunflowers in the field that we can't see and the field behind us, and canola will go here on 19 and 16. Those are the plans. And taking a look at the field out there, it looks like, whoop, we missed our turn. It looks like they're doing a good job, but I wanted to come out there and double check and potentially help them out because they're probably stuck. No, they're doing awesome. They're turning around. They're doing their job. We're not going to complain about them. But yeah, today is all about field prep and potentially getting a few fields planted. We'll see how quickly we get through everything. I gotta be honest, not completely satisfied with this decision, mostly because of things like this. So this was all the way in there. This seeder or planter tends to move on its own when you relog in, so that is a problem. Like, these fit in here fine, but the height of these sheds just don't really work for all our equipment, and like the roller, nowhere to put it. The mulcher that's out there, nowhere to put it. So I think we're just going to keep that other property over there for extra storage for equipment. And, you know, we could sell some of this junk around here, but, you know, I don't know if we'll get much from it. All right, so they're doing their little thing, doing some ups and downs over here, doing a decent job. Let's go ahead and we will drop the trailer here. And we're going to see what our capacity, or not capacity, but what we have in stock right now for lime, because we do need to get that rolling. That's a decent amount to get started with there. 7,200. I don't think we'll even get around the headland, but got to start somewhere. And a little bit farther of a drive, so getting a semi with a large trailer to bring goods over to us is definitely in the cards, but financially just can't pull that off right now. So we get rolling. I don't know how much daylight we have left, but I did want to take advantage of January while we can. We should get to a spot here soon where the sunflower oil is ready to be sold, and that's something we're looking forward to taking care of here in a little bit to make a little bit of extra money, but hoping to get a decent amount more oil produced before we do that. Lime's not dropping too quickly. We should have a little bit of time to just take a peek in here. Needs lime. Yeah, this is the only field, and we do see they're working on the ups and downs, taking care of mulching, doing a solid job, not running into any trees so far. We do have to do mulching on field 21 and 6 as well. Good to know. So we're going to get focused here, and I will keep giving you guys some fun updates on how we're progressing. And just picking up a little bit of lime here. Get a good view in here. We can kind of right here. Seeing how much this is going to cost each time today. Should be a pretty good price. Money's not dropping too fast here, so it seems like the right price for lime. 9,000 liters, only $486. So that seems like a pretty smoking deal. And we just about finished the headland before we got over here, so it lasted a lot longer than I thought it was. So super satisfied with that. We're gonna head back out and get the rest of it done. And I, kind of think it through. Probably should only focus on prepping the fields that we absolutely need to work on in the spring. If we're gonna have to wait till fall to plant the canola, and it's what a tough couple crop types to do crop rotating on. So we might end up not rotating crops the rest of the way through for this challenge. Since we harvest sunflowers after the time frame of planting canola, it makes it real difficult to be able to flip the fields and not lose an entire harvest season. So that'll probably be what we do. And I don't know how much we'll do of mixing in other crops moving forward. We are starting year 5 right now. So this is, the halfway point this year. And I think we need to really start focusing on figuring out how many more fields we need to pull this off. Oh boy. Yeah, you can see that's a little bit there that we did not finish on the headland. Not too bad. So now we're going to figure out where we want to start these ups and downs. And I think I am going to go to the back side of the field, so we avoid the other tractor as much as possible. And we're starting in the way back here, and it is almost nighttime. We will be checking the prices of sunflowers here in a minute to see if we want to sell those tonight or if we're going to wait till morning. I think it's probably going to be once the sun rises, and we'll just be able to take a break from some field work until then. But yeah, once I can't see, I'm going to take a break and we'll go from there. Well, snow is coming down here in February. We do need one more load of lime to finish this field. They're making good time with the mulching. Yeah, I'm hoping the snow doesn't stick because we still have a lot of work to do before getting prepped for next month. And it seems like there's been a lot of snow in March every year. So hopefully we have some good luck, good favor our side. Don't know what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, just one more load. We'll get that done. And I think we'll do, I don't know. I've lost track of, I don't want to rant, but if we are going to lose 5% yield every year, there should be an indicator on the field that tells you what cycle you're in so that you know prior to, being surprised when you're done planting because you can't take care of lime after that. So if the thought was we could do lime every year and lose 5% every year, and then all of a sudden the screen changes, I kind of get that, but give me some indicator so I know where we are, especially when you buy a field that says it doesn't need lime. All right, another 486 bucks, and that should be enough for us to get finished with this field. It is starting to come down pretty hard though. I have a feeling this is going to stick today. Crazy that this is this just this map, guys? Let me know. But if things are at an angle and the way the water changes colors, the squares, they got to get rid of squares in this game. Everything can't be a square. And we're waiting for the sunflower oil to come out. It wants to stop being shy. There it goes. All right, 12,000 liters is what we do have right now, which isn't a ton. It's not going to be a big payday this time, but this time next year, we should have a real nice payday in sunflower oil. All right, sliding through here. 75 grand. That's not bad. That's not bad. So we definitely have enough money to get through the year now, pay all our bills and all the expenses we're going to have getting things prepped. But corn should be, some more dried corn should be good to sell in the summer. We'll make sure we do have propane in the production now that we have a little bit of cash to spend, but I think I'm gonna hunker down until March, and we're gonna have to have multiple tractors doing work to get through the prep. I think we're gonna have multiple days, March and April, of getting planting done this year, at least for spring planting. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I think it's been so frustrating dealing with course play that I'm just gonna do all the work myself. So we are gonna plant this big field today in March. We still need to get the mulching done and planting in the field in front of us and the one in the back. So we'll get those probably prioritized in April, depending on how long this takes. I believe we can buy liquid fertilizer right here. We don't run into the trash can. Yes, and this should be a lot cheaper than what we did last time since we overbought. $2,000 for 1,500 liters of fertilizer. I think that's just about right. Oh, the beauty of this big machine here. And some more sunflowers are going in the ground. We will need to get this rolled today, and weeds taken care of too would be ideal. So that might be where we get the second tractor going to help out with taking care of the weeds. But this width, my goodness, it is beyond perfect. So we're making pretty good progress on the field right now, so I thought it would be a good time to get the weeder going. So we'll get a worker going on that, and then I should be able to do the rolling right when we're done seeding or planting. Boy, I think I drive better at cab. Feel the speed more in cab than you do in third person. Yeah, that was way better. All right, let's go ahead and go on a... Well, no, we can't go on a worker because things and stuff with this game. You can't... You have to finish... We'd have to finish seeding to get a worker on here, which is silly, unless they've changed that. Let's go ahead and stop that. I've complained about that enough. Not intentionally complaining today, just... Certain things are just silly to me. And we're going to go first waypoints, let them go. The size of that should not have issues turning around on these fields, especially with doing 3 headlands. And away they go. So that should give them a pretty good head start by the time we get out here with the big roller, which shouldn't take long. I mean, we're just doing our second up and down after doing 2 headlands. I mean, this field feels tiny with this type of equipment. Except for the tiny weeder. And look at this tiny little area to finish up already. Plenty of fertilizer, plenty of seed left over. Time to let them get a little bit farther ahead of us before we're going to be able to get the roller going. But not bad timing at all. Only 9 o'clock and we already have this field planted. We're just cruising. Kind of love the location of this roller, though. We're just able to open it up right here and get going, like so. I don't think we'll worry about the weeder. We'll let them get around us or whatever when we do run into them. I don't think that's something we, have a need to worry about. It's not like they can't weed on top of a rolled field. I don't know what happens if they do, but it's not like it won't work. I'm not sure if it changes the texture is what I meant. Yeah. Let's get it done. Or is this guy backing up? Boy, guys, I struggle with these type of episodes that have a lot of work to do and not a lot of things to talk about. How to fill them in. It's like, do we end up doing, multiple recording sessions for an episode, and it's rough for the schedule to do it that way. So I try to fit in as much rambling as I can in these type of episodes, but don't want it to not be part of the video, kind of like this is. Let me know how everyone's 2026 is starting out. We've had a pretty chaotic one so far. We always knew it was going to be a pretty crazy first quarter of the year for us around Sock's Way Up House. Want to know how yours is going? And while we are done, I am actually going to fold up for the first time in a long time. a roller on a field and cause some tracks, but that's all right. We're going to let, you know, the good old worker, Bobby, that's who I'm going to call him moving forward. Bobby's working with us. We're going to let him do some weeding. We're going to get some propane and probably just enjoy the rest of our March and do the rest of the work in April because he's going to be in this field for a while. I think he's about halfway done at this point. I think we'll do maybe 50% of this full. $13,000. Yeah, we'll see. I'm just trying not to spend too much. And I was too lazy to do the math today. Thought I'd just come over here, get a little bit of propane, make sure we get that production up and running so we don't miss out on making that money in the summer. I'm tired. Boy. And let's get this dropped off. Make sure the production is running. 53,000 liters of corn to go through still. Yeah, that's hopefully that's enough, but we do have that little bit of dried canola, which we'll probably just leave in there. That's not much money, but we're going to go watch Bobby, see how he's doing. Oh boy, he's got a ways to go. We're going to get through the rest of planting, at least the spring planting, and potentially, I don't know, the summer. And maybe get to the fall planting as well. Next episode, we'll see how it goes. I'm Socksway Up. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you on the next one.